Jay West with South Sixth Bodega, a creative hustler and marketing genius who turns everything into gold the moment he touches it. Military veteran, innovative chef, and entrepreneur. He's our Swiss Army knife of the city of the Southwest, Tucson.
I'm down.
Tell us about your experiences that led you to cooking.
The experiences that led me to cooking are like everything in my life, you know. I started off young, cooking as early as I can remember, you know, like my grandmother had a restaurant on the border. So my aunt, my uncle would make like hundreds of burritos for all these migrant workers. So I'm pretty sure like that kind of like started all that off. You know, when I was like a teen, like not preteen, I went hunting with my grandpa a lot. So I shot, hunted, you know, gutted my earnings, my trophies, and we had to cook them, you know. So I learned little small things in there. When we would go hunting, I would learn how to cook hash browns, these small things, bacon, eggs for our family, you know. I take initiative in those small things, you know. Growing up, it just didn't know it was gonna come full circle, you know. Joined the military, did all these different things. So just food is just one of those things that always like came full circle everywhere, you know. So for me, you know, my experiences with food and everything, like just teaching and learning. Got out the military, you know, went to Maynard's restaurant, and when I was working at Maynard's, it's a French culinary experience. I took a $12 dishwashing job because I thought, yeah, I'm gonna get paid in 2012 for $12 to do dish work, but realized there was a whole lot more to that. You know, I had to prep other things for other chefs and other cooks that need their stuff, you know. So that kind of showed me, you know, like the preparation takes and goes into like cooking. You know, after that, I went to other restaurants like Hermano's, Botanical Gardens, did a lot of pop-ups, and like I said, it just all came to fruition. All came full circle, like just like all my life, you know, just to see that food's always been in my life, and like at the end of it to like do the stuff that I do now, like the tortillas and all the pop-ups and stuff. Like it just, I never knew like how it would come to this way, but the fact that now I'm cooking and doing that a lot, I think that's one of my passions that I have, is that like I can always like touch back on like my history of where I learned. And so it's just like learning all those little small things, and it's like one of those things that kind of like show me how to be a cook or a chef a certain way. And I've had other chefs that like showed me how not to be a good chef or a bad chef. So like you take the you know, the growing pains of like how not to do some stuff, and you know, you learn other techniques and experiences from like other chefs and stuff like that too. So like I said, from Mexico, from I was a young kid to like when I was younger, hunting, you know, going hitting all these kitchens. You know, I never went to culinary school. So for me, it was like I learned some stuff from watching TV shows like Cooking a French Chef with Julia Childs on PBS. So that's one thing that like I always watched, and I never thought that like that would be one of those things that like the movie came out maybe a couple years back. I just remember watching it, like, yo, I remember watching this as a kid. You know, like I said, it's just like that French culinary cooking, learning that on TV, watching all these TV shows, going into it and learning this stuff. It was just like cooking was just one way that I knew I had to have an outlet. You know, it made people happy, brought a lot of people together. So it's one of those like career paths like I still continue pursuing and want to do. You know, like I got a lot of things that I do, but cooking is one of my passions. You know, I love to cook. I love to make people smile. You know, a great way to someone's heart is through their stomach. You know, so you feed them, they're gonna love you, and there's no way that someone's gonna turn you down for creating some awesome things that you wouldn't think they would be, you know? So I think that's how my career path has gone with cooking, you know? It's just, see where it goes now, you know? So that's one of those things where it may go where it leads me.
Yeah, me personally, from observing you in your element and actually tasting your food and enjoying your food, loving your food, I feel like your advantage is that you can cook anything from scratch. You have this expansive imagination. Talk about the GOAT and your connection to the military.
Oh man, like how you talk about that, like even before I was a chef, like I didn't know it was gonna come full circle. Like we were in Afghanistan and we had to cut a 50-gallon bucket, cut the top off, and I told the guys, we would walk on these missions. I'd say if we can get one of these goats back, I can make us a good little dinner, make us a nice little birria stew or some shit. And sure enough, I was on tower one day and it was like middle of the day, guys were coming back and we come up the tower and the first thing I hear is this like little noise in the background, like bah. And you just kind of think like, wait, these motherfuckers just brought a goat home, man. Like, and sure enough, I had to put my money where my mouth is. And like I told the guys, I would gut it, use whatever ingredients we had available to us. They had like the spicy ass chile. It kind of like resembled the New Mexico red chile. So I put it all together in a pot, water. We cooked this shit with diesel. We had no real fire, so we had to put diesel and wood, and the wood never burned. It's just diesel kept burning. So we had this goat birria, like diesel flavored meat, man. But hey, from eating MREs every day to having something like that, it was just kind of one of those things where it's like you didn't think something like that would be so good to everyone and nourishment. Because we just these MREs and everything, but to feed other people like your soldiers and stuff, it was like one of those things where like, damn, we have something here, like people love this, it's good. It tastes like diesel, but it took all the gaminess away. But at the same time, it's one of those things where like I didn't think people were gonna be like, we can bring Chepe goat back and he's got to cook it for us. But hey, we did, and that's one of those fun experiences that I can always look back to, being like, I think I did choose the right path, getting out of the military and everything too. So
the diesel goat birria. That's live shit. I know it was famished.
The sour diesel. Now it'd be like the sour diesel. I might have to do that on the menu later. With no diesel fuel.
You put papers on that copyright trademark. that's yours. Patent.
I don't think no one's gonna try to steal that.
Nah, because you got the specialty, the recipe of it. So
no, this is crazy though. It was awesome.
Yeah. Take us to the inception of South Sixth Bodega and how it's progressed since then. Oh
man, South Sixth Bodega is one of our crazy like brainchild that my friends have. It didn't come up as what it is today. We first were doing like pop-ups on a moon mission. I was doing pop-ups with a lot of people. They would just do like a little clothing pop-up, sell their shirts, and I'll come and provide the food. And just saw the aspect of that really taking off, the food bringing people in, the clothes selling. It all went hand in hand together, And then the homie Jason came in, was our photographer. We had another guy who was our art guy. Now we have Thrax as our art guy. Carlos does all like the intuit stuff, we're gonna call it, the paperwork stuff. Everyone has their job, So like when we first had doing our stuff, we were doing little different things here and there and pop-ups. I didn't think us doing like separate entities together would come together to do like our own little co-op. Case in point, like a Hot Topic. Hot Topic styles of different things in it. You go in there for the first time, you're like, this shirts, is this. And you go to the back wall, you're like, why is this on the back wall? It's all different shit. But then it was for us the same thing. We had our own things. I was selling tortillas. The guys, Carlos and Thrax were selling their bus sound trade. Other guys were selling their brands. I was pushing my stuff, and it was like a melting pot. Like a big watering hole for us. Everyone went there. People went for my tortillas. They bought a bodega tea. If someone went and bought a moon shirt or hat, they bought a bodega tea or shirt. Or a hat. They came buy some buy sound trade. There's a whole bunch of stuff there for people to see that we had. We didn't know we were gonna create it to what it is today, and have everyone be coming to one store, like one-stop shop. You can get your shoes, you get some hype-beat shirts, you get some creative stuff, you can create your own stuff. It just depends on what path of avenue you want to go with, And for us, is we lead everyone in the right path that we think is right for them, but we don't stop them from what they want to do, And for us, it's like what Bodega was when we first started, it's still everybody eats, you know, because we want everyone to earn and create something of their own with the shop that we have, the platform that we give people. Yeah. So when, you know, incidentally, we created this big old like watering hole where everyone went to, we didn't know that Bodega was gonna, you know, blow up that much bigger, you know. Yeah. I'm just trying to sell tortillas. I like the homies trying to sell their shirts, you know. And we all just came together and created this real dope ass, like, you know, Captain of Planet, you know, American team, you know. And we had this amazing team where everyone had to roll and do something. And we provide an outlet for now, like other people that sell their clothes here, like Buzzin, War Baby, ASCII, you know, my rich uncle. We have an outlet for other people to do the same thing, you know? So now we have these individuals bringing their fan base in. They're buying a Bodega shirt, a War Baby shirt, or, you know, a Buzzin shirt with a Bodega shirt, or a hat, or shoes. They're always going to take something Bodega with them, you know? So it's like one of our things is like, we still keep growing because of the people that we bring in, the entities, the other jobs, the other opportunities that we give people to get out there. You know, we had a person making beats here, Manny Miggs, and now he's making Manny Miggs is now making beats with people all over the East Coast. Like, you know, I heard him with Zelda. He did the project. Yeah, man. Like, to me, it's like I don't want nothing back from these people. I just want to see them succeed. Yeah. Like, case in point, everybody eats off of this. For us, it's like I said, if somebody can take something what they're doing, we're not gonna, like, you know, coerce them in whatever way we want them to be. We're gonna let them do what they want to, and may God do what they want to be with that, you know, and let that become what it is. And all I can say is, hey, we have that platform that we're allowing other people to take off with, you know. And now Bodega is this big old powerhouse of what I feel is a powerhouse of clothing, merchandise, you know, things that are up and coming, the big thing that's like the new shoes or, you know, the new fashion. We want to be that shop where people will say, oh, where do you go get this stuff at? We go, you come to Bodega, you know, like the store says, you know, you put the jewelry on to go to the Bodega. Like, people want to stand down and show out when they come here, you know. People want to like see Bodega be successful, and some people don't. But to us, it's like we stay in our lane, we focus on what we need to do, and just stick to that, you know, because like I said, at the end of the day, we're just going to continue doing what we're doing, whether you like it or not. But a lot of people like what we do, you know, so it's just, we're doing something right, and we're going to stick to their guns and just keep pushing South Sixth Bodega forward. Anyway, we have our 50th anniversary is coming in March. So it's like, there's some people that didn't even told us that we wouldn't last 6 months, you know, a year. And to say like, we are here 5 years later, like, I couldn't tell you we wouldn't be here. I couldn't tell you that the things and goals that we've accomplished in that time frame are what we expected in the first 5 years. You know, I think we succeeded and surpassed a lot of our goals that we wanted to do, and I'm still doing that. And we have a long future ahead of us too. You know, like, I don't think that we're going to be going anywhere anytime soon, and we're here for the long haul. You know, it's just, we're the new big brand in Tucson, and people will respect it. Some people won't, but who's been doing it for so long and been doing it at the same level forever, you know, like, I don't think anyone can compete what we're doing, and still giving people opportunity. It's not about us, you know what I'm saying? Most people that are doing that success is about them and their group of people, and we're still here successful and giving other people outlets to be successful, you know? Yeah.
I think people rock with y'all so heavy because you validate and stamp the slogan, everybody eats.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So other people can come in and they can push their brand, and it's you know, a trusted place, a safe place to come, and everybody loves y'all.
It legitimizes what they're doing. Instead of meeting someone in the parking lot, hey, you can go pick up my stuff at South Sixth Bodega in the Tucson Mall. Yeah. What? You're in the mall? That right there just catapults people into another like atmosphere of like their brand. Like, there's people doing nothing against them, but what they're doing is okay. Yeah. But they don't see what we're doing is cool. You know, they're gonna hustle the same way we did. Yeah. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see people grind. Not everyone's gonna come to the store and want to sell their stuff here. You know. Yeah. Not everyone's gonna ask, and we can't sell everyone's stuff in here. But I want to see people hustle, and for us, it's like we kind of lay that foundation for people to be like, damn, we can do it. They can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can see us being from the same area they are, and come up the way we did, and let them be like, yo, this is the way we can do it. this is the way we did it. This is how you can do it.
Yeah.
You don't have to follow us, but this is the way that we did it the right way, you know? So, like I said, everybody eats, you know, everyone's going to get something.
Yeah. And it's like, you know, that's another thing I've witnessed also firsthand. And you and I speak in references with TV and movies all the time since we met. So watching y'all, like, it's witnessing, like, the show Entourage. Like, everybody has their own specific thing that they blossom in. And you kind of run around and you kind of glue it together. And talk about, like, I always speak on your genius as a creative hustler and marketer. How is it that everything you touch seems to turn to gold? Like, what do you think the essence of you dictates that and kind of like alchemizes that into everything?
Bro, you're like one of the first people that like told me that like everything I do touch turns to gold. And like I thought it was just like my hard work, like my due diligence to just keep driving, bro. Like, and I thought we were blessed, you know. And my homie Thraxkins, our graphic designer, says we're not blessed, bro. We work hard every fucking day for this. Yeah. And like for us, like we just been grinding, you know. We just stay grinding, and there's no
the theme music. I got Larry June on every time I come here, Nipsey Hussle. So
it's that manipulation that we do to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like if we eat, sleep, and breathe success, that's all we're gonna be thinking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think I just have this like don't quit mentality. Yeah. I don't have okay, I have a limit. I'll go until I'm dead tired. You know, I'll work my ass off, get drunk, party with the homies till like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Same.
And I'll be up the next day at 6, 7 o'clock, back to work, doing what I gotta do. And people are like, yo, you're a fucking robot. Yeah. How you do this? I just feel like if I don't do this, who's gonna do it? If I slack off, people are gonna slack off. If I fucking, you know, if I just take a fucking piss, everyone's gonna take a piss. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. People turn to me and be like, hey, what should we do? What's the next move? I take that as like, they come to me for like what are we gonna do next, man? Like as a leader, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I gotta take that as like the best way I can and, you know, guide my men the right way. You know, we were in war once, you know, I was in Afghanistan. So like, if I can lead men through war, ain't shit gonna lead men through fucking streetwear brand or a clothing store, you know what I mean? Like, there ain't nobody shooting us here. Ain't nobody trying to kill us. Shit, we're trying to pay rent. Yeah. We're trying to pay our bills, you know? So for me, it's just like, there's no quit attitude. I just don't fucking stop for anything, you know? And for me, like, I feel like anything I touch is successful because what I bring to it, you know, the drive, the ability to just not quit, you know, not take a no for an answer. I think I've been told no and had doors slammed in my face so many times that I'm just numb to that shit. Like, people be like, hey, I'm gonna go do this. They're like, what? That's crazy. But I'm there at the doorstep knocking on motherfucker's door because how else are you gonna reach someone if you say, I'm just gonna walk to someone's door? Hey, yo, you wanna do that? Yeah, it's that simple. If I get a no, at least he knows who the fuck I am. Yeah. He knows my pitch. He knows what I'm trying to do. So if that motherfucker does what I'm doing, we know I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I am. It's like, I'm gonna put all my ideas out there for people. They can take that shit and run with it. And I don't give a fuck. And successful, I brought that shit up. I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, I see other people doing this shit and not successful.
Yeah.
We can show them how to do stuff a certain way, and then they become successful. It's because they follow how we do shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, bro.
I feel it like even like in your tone and, you know, you're getting amped up in the energy. And we've spoken, you know, about different stuff before. Like, I remember we talked about one of my favorite books by Napoleon Hill entitled Think and Grow Rich. Mm-hmm. And there's a part in it where he talks about there was like this soldier or warrior, and he took this ship across the waters, and they got to this island, and he told his men, turn around and burn the ships behind you. We either win or we die. So I always relate that story to you when I'm around you, because everything is like, burn the ships behind us, we win or we die. And it's like, I identify heavily with you because
there's no turning back.
Drive. Yeah, of that drive. And it's like, I gravitate towards people like that because I told you also, like, in the mornings, like, I'm big on affirmations. And I made my own affirmation up. I'll literally look in the mirror and say, I dare a motherfucker to outwork me every day. And like when I'm saying that, I'm really competing with myself. So it's a paradox. I'm not really challenging nobody else.
No, for sure.
I'm challenging myself.
Exactly.
But anybody else who wants to get in the ring, we can go 100 rounds, you know? So I look at you and I'm like, when I'm around you and I leave and walk away from you, I'm like, damn, I'm fucking turned up. I gotta go take some milk and magnesium or some shit because this fool's so hyped up. Like I'm hyped up. So I love that about you.
I just that energy I keep with people, bro. Because like if you keep it 100 with them, it's like you're gonna see the energy. And when you see someone not be 100, you know it's fake or it's them trying to put off something because they don't like you. Yeah. And to me, it's like I get that. I could read motherfuckers like a book, bro. I went to war. I could see motherfuckers trying to kill me. You know, makes you think I'm not gonna see you not like me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, it's like I know motherfuckers when they like me, they don't like me. Or to me, it's like I just smile on their face and just hell yeah, thank you, man, appreciate you. But I know where you were like a couple of days ago. I know where you were like 2 weeks ago. I know where your head was a month ago. You know what I'm saying? Like I appreciate those who come around more because they'll become your hardest and strongest followers, and you'll become almost like an advocate for you. Because they were turned wrong. They were proven wrong, I guess you could say. That like they wanted to see you fail so bad. They're one of your biggest supporters and pushers. Like they'll be here calling people your Jesus if you do everything right for them. You know what I'm saying? Like
walk on water.
Exactly. And if you can make a motherfucker believe shit, bro, like there's nothing like you doing it yourself to make him let them know like, hey, if you don't think you can do it, I'm gonna do it for you. So I can show you by a fucking example that it's easy, it's doable, and that's all I've been doing, bro. Like I'm just trying to lead by example. Let my business partners see what's up, and like I goof around, I joke around a lot, bro. But I have this energy that, like I said, it's just unmatched. Like you said, it's like I'll look in the mirror and I want to dare motherfucker outwork me, and I'll think me. I'll hustle me. Anything. I doubt they can do that. They can probably do it their own way. I guarantee there's a lot of people that can hustle and make money their own way. Absolutely. But I for sure haven't seen nobody grind the way I grind and push the show I push. You know, like to me, this is like all I've ever done is just like my work proves for itself. My work ethic shows for itself. And my word, you know, that's all I got, you know, at the end of the day. And that's all you can have, you know, so.
Yeah. Being that we're in the magnificent Southwest, how does Tucson inspire you from a creative level, and what artists in particular inspire you here in the city?
Man, in the Southwest, man, it's just so different because Southwest doesn't really get any love like that, you know? To try to create or think of anybody that really come out of Southwest that's really big, you know, you really think about like LA, they don't really think of like Arizona or like, you know, New Mexico. So like artists come out of here, like Cash is one of them. All the local artists I really look up to, you know, like Jay Bailey, all these dudes, you know, they're just here grinding, you know, Askies, the Cash Lansky's, fucking the Tommy Wills, all these dudes I've been seeing like grind since day one, bro. Like they're doing their thing, you know, and they're actually are artists, you know, because they're pushing albums, they're doing this stuff, you know, and like I see people here in town. I don't look up to like other people as like chefs or anything like that because I don't really try to aspire to try to go towards a certain direction. Mm-hmm. I look at other people and see how their drive is and their aspirations and inspirations are to doing things for other people, you know. And for me, it's like when I see other people like that, like artists here in town doing stuff like that, it just gives me the drive to see like, yo, I've been doing this shit for like 20 years, hustling, and I see new cat come in. It gives me that pride, like, yo, Manny Meg is not even like fucking, I want to say like, I don't know how long he's been doing beats for, but like just see him, how far he's gone. You know, Jay Bailey's like, it's in jail for a while, bro, and he got out, started making music, making beats now, some hot ass shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's people everywhere doing stuff that like, they're very like inspirational to me. It's just like, the homie Ego and MTN over there and B Sneaks, they have their own studio. They're like their own little small spot, bro. And to me it's like how these dudes are doing stuff. It's like these are all people I look up to because like they're artists in town, bro. Like they're just the same way I was, you know, like trying to make it come up. And like I said, we have that outlet to give these people that platform to get out there, and it's a lot more easier for people to get out than it was like 10 years ago, you know, like when Cash was trying to get out and all these other artists. So it's like for me, it's like seeing what they do like just drives me more because like these motherfuckers are trying to get it just like me out the mud, bro. Like working hard every day, you know, doing their own little shows here at Thunder Canyon or wherever the fucking case may be, open up for randos just so they can get checked out. You know, Marley B out here just fucking going on tour with everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Marley B,
shit, man. Like
the other day, it was crazy.
That dude is crazy, bro. Like I did one of his music videos back in the day too. Like he's one of the people that like just tell me keep doing what I'm doing, bro. Like I'm gonna do good, and I didn't continue doing video, but I did other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like
you're our Swiss Army knife. You do a little bit of everything. That's what separates you and makes you unique. Do you feel like there's like a collective that's forming right now? Like all these people are coming together and like
we need to, bro,
making each other stronger.
I think we need to, because like I remember back in the day, like you didn't hear nothing about Southwest or like in Texas music, but when you saw like Mike Jones, Slim Thug, Paul Wall, all got together, collaborated, pushed one another. I think that catapulted that Texas feel music. Yeah. We don't have that here. There is a lot of support stuff here, but there's a lot of like I'm gonna say. Things that hold back a lot of artists here in town. Not them per se, but the venues or people that don't allow locals to get out because of the stigma of locals, I guess you could say. We have a lot of local artists here in Tucson that they got bangers, bro. They got music that's like, you should be on the radio, you know what I'm saying? And they don't get that love. And I only wish for them to get that, you know? And for them, I see it happening. It's just gonna take a little more time. I think like, has to be like the radio has to push a lot of the artists here in town. Like a lot of the local radio stations have to push that for us to really get out. I think the collective of the people here in town, I love the way it is. It's not the way it was like 10 years ago, you know. People would not support other people artists. It's like, oh, I got this artist, I'm gonna support this artist, you know. Like I got a lot of local favorite artists, you know what I'm saying? Where people back in the day was, I don't listen to Cash, I don't listen to Tommy Will, oh fuck that guy, oh fuck this dude. It's like, no, like they all need to work together to get out the city, you know, in the art too.
It's like I've been listening to Tommy Will's album, God Will, and it's like the features are crazy. It's everybody that we're talking about, you know, so I love to see that. And it's like, also with the technological advancement now, you can take out the middleman. Like I saw a post of Marley B the other day. He was celebrating, he got his first 1 million streams.
Yeah, that's dope.
You know, so I was like, yo, that's salute. You know,
shout out Marley B.
Yeah, shouts like heavy. So I love to see that because, you know, there's so many multi-talented, multi-faceted.
And then everyone needs to get out somehow, bro. And it just needs to be that one person. I always say Tucson is at that cusp. The water's dripping on it. Excuse me. The water is dripping into this cup, and you can see where the water is like overflowed the cup, right? And you can see through that, and you can see the water can overflow. But what's holding it back? It's just that barrier. That's the cup. You just need a couple more drops, and that shit's gonna overflow. And we just need something that's gonna take that over the top, like with the stuff you're doing, bro. Like I think that's gonna help out a lot of local artists here in town. That don't really see that niche of their background and what they do, and people get to see other artists for what they really are, not what people see them as or perceive them, because they're all really great artists, you know. And
that's the primary objective of the show. It's like to form that collective and show not only, you know,
what you see, but
what I see, what we see, the country, the world, like it's putting that lens on it, and I feel like that's what we're doing. I was talking to Fiona Phoenix yesterday, who's also one of the interviewees, and she was tripping out because she was like, yo, like what we're doing is like the Harlem Renaissance 100 years ago. These were just cats that knew each other and they were in the same neighborhood, and it's like we should go to the same club and perform and make music together. So she was saying that, I was like, damn, you know, because that's what we're doing.
You're exposing a lot of, it's shedding a lot of light on people that wouldn't normally get, or like even myself. Like I'm pretty sure people are not gonna know what I do because I do so much, but they're gonna know now, you know. But they're gonna make them look. They're gonna Google search whatever it might be, and they're gonna see what we're gonna do, what we do, and they're gonna have to dig into what we actually do in the city because there is a lot here in town. There's a lot of talent in town that needs to get out, and some people don't see that. A lot of people want to get out of the city. They want to move out and get bigger. You could do it here in town. Look what we're doing here in town. You don't have to be in LA. There's 100, 1,000 other motherfuckers like you trying to do the same thing in LA. You know, why not be that big fish in a small pond in your own city first before you can go on, move on,
and be proud of it.
Yeah,
you know, that's very important. You know, so
I love Tucson, bro. Like Tucson, mi amor, bro. Like that's why if I were cooking show, that's what I call it, Tucson, mi amor, because I want to show every fucking place in town, and these are all my love, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
I thought you were gonna break into a song right
now. No, fuck no, shit. Start singing, pull out a guitar real quick. Nah, I really do, because Tucson is my love, bro. Because there's a lot of places in Tucson that, like, again, people that grew up in Tucson hate Tucson because that's all they know. But when you leave the city, you miss it. There's a lot of things.
Boomerang to come right back.
Exactly. You'll come back and you appreciate Tucson for what it was. I was in Afghanistan, bro, and I didn't hate Tucson. It was hot as fuck out there. And we see this big ass cloud rolling in. When do we see that? Monsoons. That shit's thundering, and you can see that dark ass purple cloud coming in. Next, you know, you get this big ass breeze hit you.
Trees,
and then you're like, what the hell? Where's 120 degrees? Now it's breezy, like 90. Yeah. And next thing you know, it's dropping to 80 degrees, and you got the storm, micro like bursts come over you for 15, 20 minutes, and then it's go back to hot again. That's the shit that made me miss Tucson. Like those little small things that like very nostalgic to like your own home. Like I was in Georgia, and the sunsets out there were weird because they look orange, and that made me miss Tucson, bro. Like I used to hate Tucson because I thought there was nothing, but you're so far out looking outside, you don't even know what's inside the fucking city sometimes.
Yeah. And it's an expansive place. It seems small, but there's so many areas, nook and crannies where you can go, and it's magic in the soil here in the desert. Like the desert rats, there's a lot of shit that you can like. Yeah. Especially you gotta be resourceful being in the desert. You gotta figure out stuff to do. So that's why it's called the Mecca Culinary of the world, bro. Like, yeah. There's so much here, so many cultures and doing food and using the natural resources and stuff here. It's like it's the same thing with all the artists that's here. Like there's so much here that's deeply rooted in Tucson that people don't understand like how dope Tucson is. Like, and then going back and knowing and learning that Tucson used to be a small old school LA where they did a lot of filming here. Like there was movies being filmed every weekend here. It's just things change. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things where kind of, again, you got to open that up for fucking Tucson to see again. And it's one of those things you got to re-blossom it for people to kind of fall in love with it again. And once you leave and you come back, it's like, man, you appreciate it more. Like, man. There's a gravitational pull here. You're going to come back and you're going to appreciate it double, you know, because it's just here.
Yeah, people say keep Tucson shitty, but keep Tucson shitty. Why? Like, there's so much beautiful things here in Tucson. There's nothing really shitty other than people's experiences they've had here, you know?
Yeah. And a lot of people slide through here on the low. Like, people.
Yeah, even Biggie Smalls said it, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Arizona Ron from Tucson. I was quoting that all the time. Like, so. And, you know,
we were in the rap. You hear that shit?
Yeah, and was looking for Arizona Ron, too. So.
You know what Arizona Ron's?
Yeah. So what advice would you give young entrepreneurs coming up that are seeing this and seeing you? What should they do? Man,
I'll tell them, and don't take no for an answer. Don't get discouraged. Like, just keep driving, bro. That's what I was telling. Keep your nose to the grindstone. Keep grinding, because you'll be fucking sharpened up one day to look up and see everything, and everything be there, fold up for you. Like, bro, I don't know how many times I've been told just to keep my head down and just keep working, and everything will come to you, bro. Like it does. And you might have some hard ass times with some of the shit that you deal with. You might have some like people pass away or whatever your case may be. You might breakups with family members. It just, whatever it may be, you just got to keep pushing. You got to work hard, because at the end of the day, that's all you got is yourself, and you just got to keep working hard. If you have family and kids, you got to push for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, there's no stop for this. Like, until I'm like 6 feet deep, like, that's the only way I'm going to stop, bro. Like, shit can fall apart around me. I just know what I got my plan, and it's going to be that, and it's not going to change. And nobody can tell me nothing. Like, I know what my path is, and if you feel the same way, you just gotta stick to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously with you in your book and you're writing anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, did you think you'd become an author? No. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are things that led you a certain way to get to where you were, but at the same time, you just have to be driven, not stop for anything, and just work your ass off. You know, that's all you gotta do.
That drive. Talk about your plans for the future and how people can find Shay West and social media platforms.
For my future, I'm just trying to like get out there more, get more eyes on what we do. I'm trying to like do a cookbook with you know what I'm saying? Be published. Have a restaurant, you know, I'm trying to do some cool stuff with the shop. Just stay in motion, stay relevant to stuff that we're doing, you know. Just keep working. You got a lot of shit fucking planned that it's not gonna change, you know, and we got a lot more shit to do and accomplish, you know. There's a lot of stuff. We're coming on our 50th anniversary, and we gotta go back and reevaluate a lot of stuff and see where we're gonna be in the next 5 years, or what we wanna do in the next 5 years. And so for us, it's like, there's a lot of stuff that like we wanna do. It's just getting it done, you know. And you know, you can find me on Tortillas by Che West on Instagram. You can find me at Che West _ on Instagram. You can find me here at the South Sixth Bodega at the Tucson Mall. You know what I'm saying? So you can pull up.
Yeah. With everybody, I think so far that I've interviewed, I set like an intention or what I see, you know, happen for them. And for you, you know, I really see you, you know, coming from like a cookbook and going to like a network television show, having your own show and like doing some super animated
No,
shit.
I want to, bro. That should be cool because like if I get my own show and show food and do the whole Julia Child's thing and like do my own stuff, like I think that would be something that like, shit, if I remember Julia Child's, what's gonna mean that, like, you know, in 20, 30 years from now, someone's gonna remember what I was doing, you know, that'll be inspiring for someone else. And to me, it's like, I just stick to my grind, you know, and let my work show people. And I think that's like, I can't wait for that, like, to all just to come together. Cause I see that shit too. It's just, like I told you before, I got $1 million out there. I just gotta wait I gotta figure out how to put that in my bank account. It is, I get it, you know.
Work ethic is, you know, attractive. So, shit, I believe it. Man. And lastly, I've received a cease and desist order and harassing one of our interviewees for the people that I know, our captain, Cash Lansky. You've been saying you're gonna play one-on-one in basketball. Can you tell us about this?
So I've been trying to play this dude for a minute now. It's been like 2012. I asked him to play basketball. He said okay, but he didn't want to. So it's been a while, and for me, he just keep dodging it. He's like Mayweather. I'm a part of Manny Pacquiao. It's just not gonna meet up. It's not gonna happen. And he's waiting till I get old in the wheelchair, and then he'll try to play me.
That's what Mayweather did.
Yeah, that's what he did. And then he get the upper hand. I'm not a great basketball player, Cash. I'm talking to you. Come and get this. Come and get this work.
But see, the importance of why I said cease and desist is because, you know, Cash is one of our jewels.
It's gonna be out there again.
You know, I call you.
I'm not gonna hurt him. I'm not gonna hurt him.
For, you know, Pat Short from Pat Beverly, because he's wild and out of control and shit. So him and I as hoopers, who've gone way back, you know, on the hardwood many years, we see you as this like fucking wild dude who's gonna undercut somebody and shit. So we can't have Cash Lansky fucked up trying to go on stage.
I understand that.
With crutches and shit. So
there's a wheelchair.
Guarantee that you're gonna play safe.
Yeah, I'll play safe. I play John Stockton style. I'll be up on him straight up.
John Stockton's one of the dirtiest motherfuckers.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't let you play. But we got one for you, brother. We want you to win. And you know I'm gonna be tapping.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ciao.